Hello, welcome to art. It's been a while, but today I felt inspired. I'm not sure about the format yet. I don't know if I want it to be a horizontal canvas with lots of details or if I want it to be more for a phone background. I think I'll just keep it like this, like in between. Like so. Are those mushrooms or are those... Yeah, I think it's in the mushroom area where this... I was gonna call it a boss. No, I want to start with dynamic. Dynamic. And just get the canvas grayed out and then I'll sketch. Because I hate the blank canvas and this is just me. It can be messy. I want it to look drawn in. Like this is gonna be the basics, and now I'm gonna make a sketch. Basically, it's gonna be leg eater. Is that too large? Leg eater sitting there on his little, sitting on a a husk. I got the pose right, and then mushrooms. And then the little tent, and then the background. Like so. It's a little portrait. This is nice. A little zoomed in, little nice portrait. It's just enough of a sketch. Probably not. I should just use a sketch brush. And get some details in there. Like it's a little mantis, isn't it? A little mantis creature. Little legsies. It gives you charms. Is that what you call them? Charms? I don't want to be too exact in the sketch because I'm gonna paint over it anyway. No, the eyes are too bulbous. Need to be a little bit less bulbous. I feel like yeah, like this. Like this is how you'd meet them if they were out in the field. And I want some color variety in there as soon as I can. With my noisy airbrush. I want that warm greenish glow from the fire. And the blue that's always there. That's a bit more aquamarine. Oh, I already see it. I see it pop. Oh yeah. It shouldn't be too purple. So the light environment. I like the noisiness keeps it painterly for me. If it's too smooth, I don't like it that much. Gonna make the sketch layer a little bit less there. See, it was just a little bit. I'm merging that down. It was just a little bit of effort, but it makes a ton of difference. Flipping the canvas. Looks great to me. Now I want to keep the background and the foreground separated. I'm also gonna look for dots. Yeah, for the mushrooms. Don't really see them on the... I'm also gonna draw them in, so the bigger ones. I just want that pattern to be there. I'm not loving what I see. That's better. They're a little bit too small in places. Like I don't like that. I want them to be bigger. I want them to be really large mushrooms. Where are those? Oh, I've changed the... Sometimes it's fun to play around with brushes, see what they do. Yeah, I can work with this. Stippling in some mushroom texture. But there's also the floor. I'll have to imagine it in 3D a little bit. Like so. Like there's gonna be, I don't know, like a road or something. I can hardly see what's underneath it. And the canvas, I want the canvas to be in there as well. I'm gonna do that with my dynamic brush. This one. Is it time to paint over it already? It's always paint over or paint under. I'm gonna paint over it, I think. This is a canvas. No. I can see this turn into something nice. Now I want the leg eater color. It's actually a little bit... It needs to be a bit more yellow than that. Hello. I'm using a very light touch here. I'll just start with the base color, I don't mind. Little creature, little thing. I can't wait to get back into Minecraft again, because I have a great idea I want to maybe do. It's going to be fun. But first we have to take care of the village. Okay, what? I'm not seeing the... Okay, yeah, the sketch was a little confusing there for a second. His little leggies don't really touch the floor. I also want that bug he's on to be underneath him. I'm gonna give him the same texture treatment as the floor. I said underneath. Yeah, like this. Oh, I love the yellow and the purple hues. I don't like the cloth yet. It's supposed to be like a little tent, right? I'll work on that texture later. it's not the most dynamic. Yeah. Oh, he's looking at us. I am actually on the sketch layer. That's why the colors are so saturated. Yeah. No. Ran into a little snag there. And the eyes are very white. Well, not that white. Yeah, they are actually, but this looks too glowy. I'm not sure where to put the shadows yet. I don't think over here. And the rest is its pale little body. I wouldn't want to encounter this creature. Even though it looks kind of friendly. I want that mouth to get the mouth right. This is not really the brush for it. I wonder if the eyes glow in the dark. I think I want to make them glow. I'm putting in some... The antennae are actually dark, but I'm giving them a little bit of a glow. Kinda... I'm doing this wrong. Yeah, the legs are a little bit shorter. Merging these two layers and hope that, yeah, it's still at 100 opacity. Okay. Do you think if it moves on 4 legs? Closer to the fire. It's not really a fire, it's like... I'm not gonna include the light source. I'm just gonna have it like be off screen a little bit. I don't want it to look sinister. Maybe a little bit sinister. That suits the character. Some light on that second leg. I think it's from here and then the bend starts over there and I'll be happy. Yeah. I want to get the anatomy just right. It's a spindly little thing. Also, I need the outline of the bug where it's sitting on to be gone. I may have made the front, whatever you call them, too big. Yeah. Let's work on the environment a little bit. That's also important. He's sitting on the bug carapace? Is that what you call the thing that remains after the bug is gone? Like the outer shell. I'm keeping it abstract for now. I can also work in the details later. Let's try some mushrooms. They're actually way smaller, but I kind of want to give them a little bit of variety. I might hate this later and delete it, but or lower the opacity, which is my go-to. I just want them to be subtle, and want there to be mushrooms in the background as well. I just spin the brush. Spin it, spin it. Yeah, like so. I might have to get that fire thingy in there. Let's see what it looks like. It's like a very pale little thing. It's okay. And then you have the little husks around it. A little scene. I have to be careful about the layers because I'm already making. I kind of like the opacity on it. I want to work on my contrast. Like it's where's it down? I want to keep background and foreground separate, so we're working on that. There needs to be some more shadow behind it. I'm just putting an old-fashioned motion blur over there. Yeah. Like it's actually casting a shadow. I'm making some mushrooms happen. I need some dark. What do you call them? You got highlights. What do you call? Yeah, shadows probably. Very abstract for now. I'm not sure how far I'm gonna detail them. I want there to be more darkness between them over on this level. Because the game is known for its great contrast. It makes it very moody and impressive in my opinion. Gosh, in my opinion. It makes it impressive. There. Stippling in the contrast. I'm gonna add the orange specks to it soon. That's gonna look great. I wanna go ham on the details. Let's get this in there. I just realized that it's going to be a lot of work, but I want that. So this see-throughness of the shell is also what I want to maintain. It's a little bit more white on. Over here at the center. I'm on the wrong layer. Dang it. I can still cut it out. That's how fast that goes. We need to be here. 20 layers? I don't know. Probably. If I have more than 3, I get a little bit overwhelmed. Hello. Ahoy. Hello, Luke. Oh. Let me erase. Probably being too fast with the details on this one can be a bit small. Yeah. Don't want it to be an exact copy. I'm doing great. I'm doing something I love. I love this game, so I'm making fan art for it. How are you doing? I mean, I say I love the game, but I hate playing it. I'm gonna... No, we're not switching brushes yet. We're staying with the brush that I have. No. This is a dynamic brush. Oh, you're working on a game. What kind of game is it? Ah, visual novel. Cool. Yeah, that needs a lot of writing. Let's work on this antenna. Are they very curled? Yes, they are. There's nothing wrong with procrastinating if you don't do it every day. Like I also, this morning I just couldn't figure out what to do with myself, so I just wandered around the house aimlessly until I was like, yeah, I got it. So it's like I was waiting for the motivation to strike. I'm gonna add some more pale gleam to the eyes. 3D model the environment. Are you working in Blender? Leg eater. He's a little bit too yellow, but no, he isn't. Well, the reference says it is, but the light environment just doesn't allow for it. He has a stripe going over his head. Like here, I mustn't forget that. Two nostrils. Oh, that is so nice. You have some work ahead of you. That is a good thing. You have something to do. Looks a bit tired. He isn't. He needs to have more buggy eyes. He is more, how do I say, zombie-esque. The eyes should be on the top of the head a bit more. I'm going to move them up. Like I'm learning, well not right now, but I'm learning anatomy, and that is just so much work. But it's a worthwhile goal. Maybe a copy. And then paint under it. Yeah, I like that better. Now the eyes are a bit too... Do you think it's fun? It can be fun, but it's also... Oh yeah, see? Oh, that made the difference. Yes. I'm gonna make my version of it. That's always what I gotta. It's not a copy, it's an interpretation. And then people have something to complain about it, but mostly they're just, yeah, it's Legator. I like Legator. I'm also taking a writing course. Like, I shouldn't do all these stuff at the same time, but I like to switch it up. Merge layers again. And I'm learning so many things. I hope they stick, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes you just, like, you're learning. Is it actually sticking? The neck is it's a little bit too long. I'm gonna merge that down. Because you can learn so much about writing. I used to just wing it, but since I started doing the learned approach, it's just one lesson after the other. I don't want the arms to look like, well, they're in front of the flames and not inside the flames. I'll make that clear. I might move them back a little bit. Yeah. That messes with the composition. Then we'll move the flames. You've moved them back over it. Yeah, but it feels freer. And then we can move him back in the... Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Oh, such a little goober. I love the area in which this creature lives. It's beautiful with all the mushrooms. I'm gonna make up some anatomy here. I also do figure drawing a lot. I have never drawn a figure from real life, but there is this website that has models that pose, and they're nude because it's figure drawing. And they take these timed poses, and it's just the best. And I've learned a lot about, like, you can study anatomy, like where does the shoulder connect to the rest of the body, and with the names and everything. I never remember the names, I can't. But figure drawing really gives you the flow of a body, and that's more important even, I think, than the correct placement of everything. I've over exaggerated the back a little bit, but I think I'm gonna keep it. I'm also thinking about upping the contrast, but just of the creature. Yeah. Merge down. What is this? I actually like this orange light. It's a remnant of the sketch. I'm merging that down to the mushroom layer. I also, when I finish my next book, I always make my own covers. I want to get next level with that cover design. I just want it to be so beautiful. But it's never what you have in your head. It's always a compromise. Yeah, do it. Get to work. Get to work. He's not sitting on the thing anymore. Now, yes, okay, that's good. 3D rendering is beautiful, but it has my respect because it is so many more variables you gotta pay attention to. Like it looks like torture, to be honest. It's fun. Beside texturing, what don't you like? Why don't you like the texturing? What is it about that process that you don't like? Okay, I made this one smaller so you It's probably just a lot of work. A little bit darker. I love the little textures. I like the little... Thanks. Unwrap manually. You can see the ribs on the creature. I'm just gonna make a lot of them. Somebody in I watch a lot of art videos recently again. It was a phase where I had a phase where I wasn't. And they're a great painter and I respect them a lot. And then they said at the end of the video that Arcane was overrated. I was like, what? How could you? Hard disagree. Yeah. I can't. I love everything about that show. I do think that the second season was hello NYC Games. I do. Hey, you have a new color on your name. And the second season could have been a bit longer. I just wanted more, but flawless show. Hello. I want to watch it again. I wanted to get it on DVD, which sounds unhinged, I know, okay? But bear with me. They only have Blu-ray, and I'm like, I know, okay, I know. But I want it on DVD, damn it. Just... I may have made the most too... Very painterly up until now. I'm gonna keep it, I don't know. Hey, little creature. So I am it wasn't it was an oil painter, by the way. It wasn't a digital artist. It was an oil painter, and I think they have a very good it overlaps what I'm trying to do with my style. I'm gonna make a hollowed in belly. Yeah, a little hollowed in belly because it's a starving creature. I like them so much. Dang it. More shadows on top of the head. I'm constantly doing still life paintings here and there just to get acquainted with how light reacts on form. And that helps me. It's a shiny little creature. I'm already adding in the highlights. Little buggy. So I have to dote on whatever I'm drawing. It gives it life. I'm also constantly adjusting the brightness. I need this to be also... I don't want to merge the background to the foreground, but I'm not gonna do that yet. Cause I love this painterly whatever. I am merging those. Let's work on the canvas up here. For that I am going to switch brushes. I'm gonna go to my dry oil brush from Mr. Bragg. Mr. Bragg is my favorite art YouTuber because she taught me most of everything I know. I did a lot of studying by myself, but her lessons, wow. She's just next level. She has one video, it's called Why Your Art Sucks. And that video I found a couple of years ago when I was really frustrated with my own art. And it spoke to me. And she goes on a lot about the fundamentals and stuff like that, and that's where it's at. Okay, let's make it a canvas thingy. Hey, Hollow Knight is super. Oh, on the wrong layer. How did this happen? Weird. But I can never get past Soul Eater. If that's his name, the stupid wizard guy. I hate him. I hate him so much. No, I kind of like that over there. I'm gonna keep it. Then I'm going to do this. Trying to make it more like a tint. Test this ripped texture. I need this to be in front and behind the character. Uh-oh. I now see what needs to be done. I got some sketch layer to get rid of. Kind of looks badass without the tent as well. So, oh, yeah. Oh, you're getting the true ending. I've watched a lot of videos on it. Videos. I just like the lore and I like the world building. There was a lot behind it. And I also watched a lot of Let's Plays just because I just find it relaxing to have it on in the background. How do I keep... I think I know what's going on. With... No, I don't know what's going on. Undertale. I also tried playing that. I got this is a common story with me. And then the fights got too difficult. I made it to Udine, I think she's called the lady with the spear. And she was just a hard barrier for me. I couldn't get past it. No, it's just but I love it a lot. I love the world as well, and it goes so deep. Like, that's one of the deepest world buildings ever. The possibilities of gameplay alone and the layers, the structure, I mean, sans alone. It just, wow. I heard they were making no, they're not making another one. There's a different one, but I can't really get into that. Don't want the shapes to be too repetitive. That's great. That's the stuff. And one of them is going over here. And Udine the Undying. Like, to me, that's my Dark Souls. And the music, I've listened to the soundtrack of those games like a lot. It's very, I love the one that people play on the piano because it's so impressive. I'm not sure what it's called, but it is impressive, I say. See, I'm on the wrong layer. I hate this. How does this keep happening to me? Today especially. Normally I'm too many layers, I tell you, too many layers. No, layer here. Cut and then merge down. And then have this one be above the creature. No, below the creature. Okay. Waterfall is also very great. I think it's called... I can't even sing it for you. It's so overwhelming. It's so good. But it's also, I also like the one where you fight the robot character. And that music is also very nice. The robot character. Yeah. You know it, yeah. Did you play through it? Did you get the? The shadows should be warm here. Yeah, I'm making the shadows too cool so they look out of place. I mean, I want this to be a little creature, little thing. You know all the lore, that's what I love to know. I'm being careful with the shading here because I don't want to lose that mid-tone, that bluish sheen. I think that adds a lot. It's like I have to be careful not to lose the shape of the face here. Okay, let's flip the canvas. I do that so I get a fresh look at the light environment. It's also an Instabrek trick. If I try something again, I might try to get back into that game. Like, maybe this time it will be different. I know you don't really have to fight that much. Yeah! But my favorite is the one where you... It's a spoiler, obviously. Where you fight Sans and you become this little heart. You have to break out of the cage. You're obviously not very... I don't know, warm shadows. It's a little bit evil, but it's... See, the more contrast, the better. Hey! I knew it was you because of Ghost Cat. Having an art stream again after a while, which has been a while. My Pokemon and my cat. I'm still not sure about the legs. I'll have to figure that one out. I don't want it to be too... I want it to be still painterly. Well, I'm doing great. I wanted to keep it painterly, so I'm not going to overly define the features just now. This I'm happy with for now, with the hints of texture. I am of course using one brush only, and that is a little bit... It's a guarantee that you'll get flat... How do you say... texture. I'll have to roughen it up with some canvas. We could do that now. I don't want to. There's something so cozy about it. The cats are doing fine. Like yesterday... no, not this morning I had to vacuum. So they're not my biggest friends right now. What is it with cats hating the vacuum cleaner? It's not, it's a cliche because it's true. It looks like it's warming his little pawsies on the flame shard thingy. The flame shard thingy looks way more dynamic. I'll have to work on that. I also want to work on the mushrooms now. Like, give them... How are you? I might go into focus mode and do this. Oop. And just go ham with the mushrooms. Okay, I do like to work in the opposite direction. How's yoga? This weekend I'm gonna watch a David Lynch movie. I don't know which one yet, but it's on the agenda. Like I've seen one before, I think, but I can't tell you what it is. Oh, I'm almost on the wrong layer. Let's just tidy up these mushrooms. That's gonna be a lot of work. That's why we do it. Wouldn't be fun. Def has a very unique style. Yes. Head. Such a loss. I watched Twin Peaks the first season. I didn't have a season. First show. I haven't seen the second part, and I didn't watch it all the way to the ending. Like somewhere in between, I lost momentum, and we stopped watching. But it's like nothing I've ever seen. Very good series. Very creepy also. I don't want to over-define what's in here, but I also don't want to under-define. You know what I mean? I'm just trying more mushrooms. And also trying more darkness. I still am not sold on the Paddington Goes to Peru movie. Like, I might see it, but I'm hesitant. Because it's the third installment or the fourth even. I don't know if it's good or not. I want there to be a secondary light source from behind, maybe. But I'm not sure yet. Yeah, a little bit of pale light. I'm merging down. Are you merging down the flames? I am this close. I'm doing this. I'm merging down the beetle head. And I've decided on a secondary light source. You already made animation? No, I haven't made animation. So I'm not sure how I feel about the second light source, but it's there now. It's very subtle. It doesn't have to be super not subtle, obvious. You made an animation, right? You're working on one. I saw in your Insta story. Or more characters. Something is up. This is a bit overblown. Yeah, now you've merged them, so now you have to work with that. I know. I just have to do this. I stand by merging them. Okay, I'm happy I didn't merge the flame chests, because now I can work behind them without having to stress. Now I can just do this. Wolfwalkers. Wolfwalkers. What's it about? Is it about werewolves? Oh, I hope so. I love werewolf movies. One of my favorite is Ginger Snaps. Ginger Snaps is so awesome. I watched it at a formative age. Ah, no werewolf. Is it about a service for walking wolves? I'm just making stuff up now. It's important that it goes on. The shadows. I like painting. It's a young teen animation movie. It's not for kids, but a bit older. I'd say, okay. Love animation. I also liked Flow. I think I already mentioned that, but it was very good. I heard there were, I saw a trailer about Devil May Cry on Netflix. I hope they put it on European Netflix as well, because I want to see it. I love Devil May Cry. It was one of the first games we had I think it was a PlayStation. But we didn't have a memory card for it. So we had to play that level, and we had to play the game from beginning again and again and again each time we stopped. Getting progress was hell. It was so like, but I've seen the game like many times because of that. It was just, I don't know why we didn't have a memory card. It's just maybe we couldn't afford it. Probably that, but it was so it was such an effort. Oh my god. And then there's this spider boss. It's a spider scorpion demon. And I was in the day, my sisters were a little bit younger than me, and I was the one who had to beat him again and again. It got so difficult. And then suddenly we broke through, and we got to a level under, it was an underwater level, I think, and that's when I gave up. I just couldn't anymore. It was too difficult getting there each time. So I never saw the ending of Devil May Cry. I don't know how it went out. How it, if you ever got out of that castle. And there was this scene, like I was playing it alone one afternoon, because it didn't matter, and that's what I thought. And then there was this scene where you get grabbed by the throat by a knight, a dark knight, and he sees an amulet or something on your body, and he spares you, and he just lets you go. And my sisters wouldn't believe me that it happened. I was like, I was attacked by a knight, and they spared me. And they were like, you were making stuff up to fool with us. Like, mind you, I was making stuff up back in the day to fool them. That's what you do as siblings. But I didn't make that up. You get grabbed by the throat and spared by a random knight figure. That happens. I have to zoom out from time to time to see what I'm doing. Like I want there to be more background. I think I'm gonna add some background stuff. Merge down. I'm making a layer behind this one, and I'm painting in some random stuff. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it. I'm just gonna see what it looks like. They're just these pillars. Yeah, I think that looks great. So it was a little bit bland before, the background, and I don't want it to be bland. I want it to be some variety. I actually like the jaggedness of that tower. How do I keep that and still have... Yeah, like that. And I can really recommend Silent Hill 2, the remake. It's so beautiful. I don't know, somebody said in a review it's that it didn't have soul, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Did we play the same game? Are you unseeing? Have you unseeing eyes? It's just so good. The monster design and the level design, they stayed true to the original game, which I also played at that age when it came out. And I want there to be some texture, yeah, like so. And they added some new things to make it more interesting. I didn't know it needed it, but it's just a complete an upgrade, you know. Not an upgrade. Maintenance on a great game so that the new generation can play it. Yoga's fine. Are you sticking with it? Winter can go to hell. I kind of found my peace with it. Like, there's some beauty in it. Sorry, I'm deserting you. Oh no. I don't know. I'm looking forward to summer. I'm trying to find peace with all the seasons. Like it's gonna be spring soon. I bet you know how many days, because you're counting them. Look at that. There's just a background now. That's so great. Well, I read I don't know. It was a post somewhere that says now is all there is, and I was like, oh wow, that is so deep, because it's true, and it's part of the now, and you're never getting it back. This winter is unique and vibrant, and it's your life, and it's just all you're ever gonna get in this moment. You don't know if you're gonna exist to see the summer. That's I hope you do. I hope you do, but you don't know. So you might as well make the most of it. I don't try and let my preference for a season play into it anymore. Just want to see the beauty in it now. Because now is all there is. You just cleaned your entire room and all the storage bins. That is so cool. I should do that. There's a lot to entrümpen, as we say in German. Just get rid of all the... This is great, I love it. Uh-oh. Yo! Huh. I have to work on the flames. I hope I don't come down with anything. Am I still working with that brush? Yeah. I wanted to have that see-through effect, so I'm gonna work with... What was your best advice for winter blues? Trying to go outside to catch the light. Really, like... I was not doing that. And I got the advice to do that anyway. And going outside just to have some air, have a minimal amount of sun. It changed me again. Like, you have to stay connected with nature. It's just... Or just with the outside if you don't have nature. Get the light on you. That will clear some of your blues, I hope. There are these, that's so silly. There are these lamps that do that shine on your face, and I always thought, okay, that's nice. But my mom told me, you have to watch them. You have to look into them for 20 minutes. Can you do that? Can you sit still for 20 minutes and look into a lamp? I can't. I'd have to look at something else while it passively lit up my face. I cannot just sit there and do nothing and stare into a light. I'd feel like a moth. I don't know. Fatal design flaw. More contrast. Okay, I'm tricking the see-throughness by drawing through it. I'm not sure if I like the shape of it yet, but it's more rounded and jagged in the... Okay. I hope it works. Like, I don't want to see you suffer. It's gonna be spring soon, and there's gonna be flowers and birds and all that good stuff. I already hear the birds. Like, when I went outside, I heard them singing to each other, and I was like, oh, the end is near. 44 days. Hey. Hey, don't you have this what is it called? It's an animal that if it sees its shadow, you get another bout of winter. A groundhog. Oh gosh, a groundhog. I can't believe I forgot the name. Is that a real thing? Gotta move this one down. Groundhog Day. I love that movie. I should watch it again. I am somebody that rewatches movies like crazy. I get a lot of mileage out of it. I tried watching What Dreams May Come, and I got so sad. It's with Robbie Williams. It's about the afterlife and stuff, and I just couldn't do it. This is more like that, what I wanted it to look like, more like shards. Okay. I would just see it as good fun. Like, not really, it can't really tell the weather or the winter. What it's just something fun to have. Like, yeah, we have this animal, and if it sees shadow, we're not about winter. Some contrast for you there. Like, I'm not gonna get some marmot telling me what to do with my life, but it's harmless. So, it's so cool how the background is just suddenly beginning to take shape. There wasn't one before, and suddenly it's there. Oh yeah, wrong there. I need more contrast on the ground. It's gonna be a neat little background thingy. Wait till I add the orange elements to it. It's gonna be fine. Also, I want this floor to be a bit more. Floor to be more there. A little bit more glow from the fire. And there we go. Not too much. Maybe it's a fine balance. I'm also thinking somebody on Reddit dared me to make an Estes flask because they saw the perfume bottle I did, and they were like, "This might be a bit challenging for you, but you could do an Estes flask." That's it's your health item out of the Souls games, and I saw it, and I was like, "Ooh, I might be interested in that." So it's on my list to do now, my to-do list, an Estes flask. But first, this little guy. Yeah, and secondary light source. There should be a bit more darkness between the two. It's another snow day today. Aww. I'm just saying all because I know you don't like them, but I find them peaceful. All the sound just disappears if you go for a walk. It's really quite something. And also I try to get rounded edges wherever I can. He has a little bit of jaggedness on him. All those little... I don't know which way to start. I'll just do something and see if it looks right. Yeah, your school, your yoga school. It's a place to belong, I bet. I went to some yoga classes sometime in my life. And it really gives you a sense of belonging, the group. Okay, I made a hint of sharpness. It isn't very pronounced, but it's there. That is great news. You're gonna make it. I'm rooting for you. Spindly arms. Not happy about the legs yet. It's because they don't have that bow to them. Now they have. This is better. This is what I was missing. Now I know what it was missing. How long will you have to go on to school for? Like, how long does that take? This creature is nice because it has a smile. Hey, I saw some of that on your story. That was very interesting, and it's very cool that you're doing that. Very adventurous. To be done in April. That's soon. That is so soon. It doesn't look like it now, probably, but it's soon. Contrast always. Not too much though. I don't want to cheapen it, but it's. You lost my 200 euros. No! It's so sad. No. I went to a casino once and I won about 50 euros. And then I quit while I was ahead. And just didn't do anything for the rest of my night there. I got paralyzed by the idea of losing money. I can't with casinos and gambling. I just think it's silly. And I get it. I get that it's a thrill. And it's maybe a fun way to spend some. No. Ooh, doubled. That must have been a little bit sad to see, but. I'm gonna start with the orange highlights. No, 2,000 euros lost. Oh. I can't. I can't. I'm adding all these little dots. Dots, 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 dots. Because they're the mushroom dots. But he went all in after he was really up, which I thought was dumb. What should he have done? Should he have just stopped while he was ahead? I'm gonna try and play Balatro soon. That is a poker-like game, so I might find out what it's like to gamble. Okay, and not go all in. Yeah, but he could have doubled it. He was eyeing that game, yeah. I've heard a lot of good things about it, and it's been recommended it a couple of times, so I thought, like, oh, why not? If it's on sale, I'm gonna get it. I'm not putting it on all the mushrooms, I'm just putting it on some. This is relaxing. Yeah, I've seen a lot of memes about the Joker. I was gonna do a head. You can almost do a headstand. Ah. Can you do crow pose? Is that on your radar? It's like a kind of request. Please do a crow pose. I thought that was so cool. Okay, okay, okay. It is. It is very hard. Some little twinklings here and there. And then I'm gonna really blow up these. It has nothing to do with headstand to me. I know, it's like, I don't know. I am liking it too. Meditation, I think. What is it about for you? Can there's also gonna be some. These are spores in the air. That's why I'm smudging them a little bit. It could also look like fire flecks. You've put it very well. It's like you're studying this stuff. And now I'm gonna get my... No, I'm gonna get... the burn tool. No, I want the burn tool. Hello? And really saturate some of these babies. I'm not happy yet. Now they're more red. A little bit more yellow. Yeah? Was that a hurdle for you? I think yoga is for everyone. And in Land of Origins, isn't okay? I'm leaning way out of the winter, out of the window. Isn't it predominantly a male-centered sport practice? You're funny. Yeah, that's what I was aiming at. Okay, I'm merging these two. I don't care. Yeah. It's so sad. I mean, everybody could do with some yoga. I think. I think this could be smaller. No, it's supposed to be that big. I'm just the figure isn't really popping for me. I need to work on the background a little bit. I need my noisy airbrush. You already are a rare gem. A little bit of darkness behind it. some glow over the fire. That's okay, that's better. I like the ambience. I also want some dark. Okay, and now we focus on the creature for a bit. I'm gonna go with my dry airbrush. Dry oil brush. And really just paint it out and make it stand on its own. I want to be proud of this one. I don't know. I need that in my life. Well, I think you're an acceptable guy. You gotta have the right attitude. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Cleanup is what we're doing here. I want a high render. Like somebody really put some effort in this, you know what I mean? Like you can tell. I'm gonna make the spine bumpy. Now that I have the shape, I'm gonna work on the overall finish of the creature. Make it clear that there's a secondary light source. Maybe a glint in the eye from here. This is so relaxing. I don't know why I don't do this more often. Mostly I'm just studying. You gotta study for something, right? You can't just always be studying. One of my uncles said, oh, you gotta be the turtle student. I'm like, yeah, that's part of it. What do you do? Are you going to take your, am I going to take your class? I don't know, I'm not into, I want to do my own thing with yoga, but if you were where I lived, I'd probably take your class. I bet you'd be a wonderful teacher. Okay, we're making progress. We're rendering! It takes such a while to get to this stage. And then this is the fun part. Wasn't centered. I wasn't happy about that. Same as with writing, you have to go through several drafts. You have to go through several drafts, and then you get to the final edit, and those are what makes it all worth it, where you make your points. And I would just see that this feeler needs to be over here. It means I'll have to change the lighting a little bit. It also needs to be a bit thinner. Do you have the voice? Like, do you have the yoga voice, I call it? Where it's very relaxing to listen to. Ah, you're finding it. Okay, this is great. I think you little bug freak. Yeah, but that's how we learn. I mean, babies go blah 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 first time as well, right? They don't know what they're saying. They're just getting the cadence and tone right. Oh, this is it. This is my baby. Kind of want to be in there. Like zoomed in. But I know that it's crucial that I stay zoomed out right now. That's not true. You can do it. You can zoom. No, that's the devil speaking. I kind of need to get those stones back. Like so. Happy as a clam. Happy as a clam. Still don't like the legs because it's. I don't know. What's wrong? I want the creature to be a little bit more forward on the legs. Like, trust me. Okay. Scary. Don't. Oh, yeah. Oh, I really need. Maybe I'm allergic to something. I don't know. Am I happy with the canvas? I don't know. I haven't flipped the canvas in a while. Yeah. It's nice talking to you too. Maybe the secondary night source needs some work. I also want to make some latest fire art again, but better. So are you. I just know you'd have my back. Let's see. Let's make some secondary light source decisions. I want this to be a little bit more obvious. Yeah, that's how you see it's a secondary light source. It's such a little golem creature. Like I was stoked drawing it the moment I saw it. It's a little knee. I'm gonna make them a little bit lighter near the tips. Get some sneaky anatomy in there, like the knees. One of the legs could be like what I'm doing now is trying to get the symmetry right. I feel that is achieved. I kind of like this angle better. It's more welcoming. I'll be careful. I'll watch myself. A little bit more. I also wanted to pop. Yeah, thank you. Need this to be a bit jagged, jaggy edges. Let's see to work today. Or take another day off. How are you feeling? How are you mentally and physically? And some jaggy jaggeds. You feel okay. It's a variety of texture here. That sounds like a weekend, like Saturday and Sunday would typically be off. Unless, yeah. I'm on the wrong layer. I laugh as I hurt. No, I like that brightness. I'm gonna keep it like that, it's fine. really depends on how you're doing. If you feel like you need the time off, you have to take it off. If you feel okay enough to work, you're gonna feel accomplished for working by the end of the day. I'd take the time off if I wasn't doing well, but if I'm doing okay, then I'd go and get some work done. That's just my perspective. Only you can know what's right for you. Such a boring answer, but it's the only way. I feel like this leg should be a little bit lighter. Just a little bit, not that much, because it's not a mile away, but it is. It's better readability of the painting. Do that. But I feel bad after laying in bed for a whole day. Like, I do like it, and I've enjoyed it in the past. But it comes at a price. Comes at a price. One eye is bigger than the other. Now it's better. Definitely do some stretches today. Like, get out and do some of your yoga routine. Like, not even a full one, just enough to get stretched. Why isn't it working? Why isn't it laying on thick? That's not. That's better. I don't like this pillar yet. I'll have to do something about it. Yeah, a little bit more subtle. Goes a long way. Now I was talking about making it pop. I'm just giving it like a last little shine. That is good. Probably part of finding yourself. No, I don't like this. I'm gonna keep it simple. Less is more. You made a decision. Little thing. I'm happy. I feel like this is a good representation of the creature. I might even get some writing done today. I mustn't get ahead of myself. I'm gonna go for a little walk after this. Okay, let's go straight to the creature. Merge down. What were you going? What do you want to do? I wanted to work on this canvas over here. Okay, now I'm gonna save it and play with the effects. Hue saturation. I definitely want it to be more saturated. Yeah. Well, you get all the features, so. Ah. It's too saturated. No, I like it. It has this playfulness to it. Everybody enjoys a bit of color. I need to work on this for a second. What's an easy pet though? Pets are deceptively... Like I had a tarantula at some point and you'd say, oh, those are easy. They're not. Okay, that's better. I like the eyes. Is there anything I'm missing? I think I want one or two bigger specks. A rabbit! Rabbits are... Ooh. We used to have rabbits when we were kids. I never thought they were easy. Oh, I didn't have them, so I can't speak for it, but my sisters had them. I don't want to crush your dreams. You know what? Go for it. But rabbits are also commitments, you know. I think a little bit more is something I have in mind. A little bit more quiet areas. It's not dark enough. If everything is busy, nothing is gonna pop. Yeah. I like that better. I think he pops. I think he looks like he's illuminated by the fire. I think he needs a little bit more white on him. I want the light source to be on him. Yeah. Keep it. Don't overdo it. I wish I could just need to look away for a little bit and then look back. Oh yeah, flip the canvas. Let's spin it around. I don't like that it has these lines around it. Stop it with the lines. Stretch! I'm telling you to stretch, and I myself, I don't stretch. Oh. Ah! I know what I want to do now. I want to variate one of the leg lengths. Right. And this one too. There are two uniform. Okay, and then just final finishing touches. No. Some of them just glow a little bit better than others. Choker! I have a little collection of them. They're actually different ones for most streams. That works, like giving them that little extra glow. Ha! I don't know. I just know that I enjoy them. When I was a little kid, I always found them fascinating, and now that I get to decide what I wear, I put them on. Just a smudge of orange that puts the joy in the drawing. Smidge, I said, not a. Yeah. That's it. Wait, no, wait, the canvas. Needs a little bit of something. just a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. Done. I'm gonna post this and I'm gonna go for a walk. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. My little leg eaters. See you soon, probably with Zazzles. Or alone. I don't know, maybe I'll come back later if I haven't had enough. You have a good day. Bye bye.